I have time to charge a frags to shoot to stop the flame chafer. We're not bashing, right?
Rapid?
I did all of that with the error pop-up on my screen. I can't get rid of it. I can't even. It's not.
Do you have combat analytics?
I'm sorry.
Is it combat analytics?
No, it says UI error. I'm using FTC, and it says something about attempt to index a nil value stacked trackback. I don't.
I am not with you guys at that ad, so don't die.
The best I could do is like move that window down to the bottom right. Away
Yeah, that's
from
what I. Yeah, that's what I have it up right now. Like after this, I'm gonna have to drop it in the group so I can fix this.
I've got heals on the tank, Bryn, so you can just focus on the DPS. As soon as the boss is down, rapid and come through the door.
Don't get behind it.
Ignore the dogs. Get the lever, come through the door. We're gonna go right in. Rapid.
We're gonna wait for Jaime to run in first and pull those gargoyles, or not pull them away from the group, but like, make sure he has a hold of them.
Jaime, go right in as soon as you're here.
Want my Nova?
My Nova. Bryn, drop yours on the stairs in like a few seconds. Please stay grouped on the where, you know, we're attacking the gargoyles right now. The ads on the stairs will come to us. We'll slowly move up to them.
Shaper.
Beautiful, Bryn. That was like perfect. Alright, going right in. Bryn has Siphon and Ellie. I have balls and shards, so hit synergies if you need resources.
Run like the wind, bullseye.
You said you have balls?
I do have balls. I have blue balls, in fact.
Big blue balls?
Yep.
Good to know.
Check your food.
New kid in
Captain
middle
America.
school.
We got big balls. She's got big balls.
This mighty shield.
Going right in. Don't stack, guys. Go right in. Bryn, is your Nova up?
Shield.
This system.
That was a yes?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. You're gonna do first.
Get the ads, guys.
Ads. Jumping.
I'll get the res.
Yeah,
Stay
sorry,
on
that's my
DPS.
fault.
Oh.
It's hard to see.
Shield.
The pop-up.
It's okay, Mel. We still love you.
I know. I know.
Ads.
What that really means is keep comms clear.
Shield or jumping. Shield.
I've got the res. Keep on DPS.
Double knockdown. My fault.
Ads.
Double knockdown.
All
What
the
does
way
it
across
mean?
the stage.
Shield.
No!
Alright, he's at 34%.
Leave.
Brain, get ready with your Nova. Drop it now. Stack. Run out.
Cleave. Cleave. Burn. Dead.
Oh, my shit resets.
What was our score? I missed it.
9903.
Okay.
Yeah, 9903.
That was a much better run.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to do a hard mode.
Okay.
Anybody who's interested in that, go ahead and stay in the group. Otherwise-
User has left your channel.
User
What?
User has left your channel.
Scaredy cats. I'm gonna pour it out before I break group, because that seems to work better for me.
Is this Wilbur?
That's what?
Oh, it's only Wilbur in spirit. Not really Wilbur. His pig. Filthy, filthy ass pig.
Do you guys do 2 healers for Hel Yaaaaa hard mode, or do you get 3 healers?
We do 2 healers.
Because, I mean, I could kind of try to have off heals.
That'd be awesome, because in case,
And a
Hey.
Nova, extra Nova.
because when a healer gets stoned, it sucks.
Remember, who's running
I'll bring
chains?
Sort to hard mode. This is better range DPS.
Or, if you need chains, I can hop on my Dragon Knight.
I
Chains
think,
is the big problem.
yeah, I think we'd need chains more than the off heals, because we can have anyone throw on a resto.
Is the Ether Ring of Mending even useful? The one that lowers your damage?
Link the set, please.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
It's PvP
It
for
pulls
sure,
people
but-
out of PvP. It pulls people out of stealth in PvP, which is fun. And it's just really good in any like trial situation. It's nice to have one person with it.
Alright, if you want to come to hard mode, X out in STD.
So you need me to hop on my Dragon Knight for chains.
Yeah, I think that'd be better.
Okay. So, give me a second. I'm stuck in a loading screen.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. I just
Alright.
poured
I
it
want
as
to
soon as I said
join.
that.
We're
I want
back.
to join, but sorry. I have to run out to see if I fix the problem with PC first.
Okay.
But I would love to join.
Alright, I will form up the group and wait for a few minutes.
I'm gonna restart my machine. Get back.
Okay?
User disconnected from your channel.
So, Rob, if you don't think those scores will stick, we can run some more over the weekend.
Okay. I mean, the 9Ks I think would.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop from the group.
Okay.
Never mind, I was still showing it on my screen. Switching tunes.
Brian, do you feel like coming to your favorite trial? Or are you tired?
Okay, I can do one more.
Okay.
This.
This is going to be a much chiller run because I'm just interested in saving lives, not rushing through things.
Okay, so everyone hold hands, buddy system.
Yeah.
Do you prefer everyone to go ranged for the final boss, or
Are we allowed to get melee if we know how to do our angles?
If you can stick on them and keep your DPS up, then you can go melee without
Yeah.
dying.
Right. Just
Yeah,
if you.
honestly, it's single target on the boss. You only switch to AoE for when we drag into ads. Other than that, you shouldn't worry too much about being ranged because we're gonna be stacking up right on the gargoyles with the tank.
Rob,
And
I
by
think you're the
by
only.
we dragging in the ad, Rob means him.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
have
you're the
to-
only Magica Dragon Knight.
I'm gonna have to use Spellstone because those chains are expensive.
That's fine.
just
There's usually a
FYI.
lot of heals going out.
Yeah, chains are pretty expensive.
Is there a
I'm gonna use
DPS
Innerlight.
that when we get to the last boss can put a resto staff on their off bar so that a Magica DPS so that if one of the healers is stoned, you guys can take over healing springs?
Health insurance
maybe.
definitely can.
Okay.
Well, if I'm on chain duty, maybe I could also do off heals. I have igneous shields, and I can just spam healing springs.
You that will fit with your setup and you'd still be able to DPS when you're not AoE?
I can single target DPS at the end.
Okay. Okay, yeah,
So,
because
I'm
you're
not
gonna be.
gonna-
I mean, you're not gonna have
I'm
a lot
not
of
gonna-
time to DPS if you're chaining.
I'm not gonna have AoE, but I can do chains and off heals.
Okay.
And that way, whoever just almost about to volunteer, I think was health insurance, he could just focus
Yeah.
on full blown DPS.
All right.
Alright.
Yeah, with damage shields and healing springs, I think it'll be okay. And I will have single target DPS at the end. Make sure I repair.
User joined your channel.
I'm checking out my damage shields. They're like at 6k, but it's better than nothing. Actually 3k, 6k on myself. Oops. It's better than nothing. And my healing springs are 3400.
Nice. Love it. Okay, so if you are not in group and you still want to come, and you're an STD, X out in guild.
Favor's coming. I just swapped my gear.
Okay.
I'm still not in.
I need to save this, that way I have it on dresser room ready to go, and I only need this for the end.
I'm gonna go change my stone to the Atro for this fight.
And I'll be running chains for the flame actress and all that.
Sweet.
The flame actress, I meant flame shapers.
Avertick's ready for an invite.
Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna port in. Quick BRB while it's loading me in there.
What was that?
Oh, come back.
I'm not sure how much of this is for me to say, so I'll keep it general. But I really shouldn't have to say this, but if you are in a situation where you need customer support to do something for you, don't be assholes to them. Apparently that applies to ZeniMax as well.
Wait, what? I just. What was that? Don't be.
Something about being nice to
Don't be
customers.
assholes to customer service, and especially when you need them to do something for you, like redeem a time card code that didn't go through the first time.
Aaron, were you an asshole to his
No,
Kevin, are you coming to the hard
wasn't me.
So, what sparked this thought? I'm curious.
That it's kind of a private situation. Just
All right. No, I understand. To be honest, they're more likely to help you
yeah.
if you were nice to them anyway.
Remember, they're human beings. Basically, a time code was given out. ZeniMax has said that it's valid, so I'm not the person who's redeeming it. Apparently, he's gotten colorful with them, and they're dragging their feet about actually applying it to his account or something like that.
Hey, I'm in customer support, so.
Yeah, and Kevin knows my stance. I make customer service my bitch.
So Aaron, so ZeniMax actually has already said that the code is valid?
They did, yes.
Okay, well that's good at least.
I mean, they've got to technically make good on what they said.
Yeah, they have to, and I'm sure that they've got some kind of time schedule for dispute validation that it must be in, this many days, and they're waiting until the last hour at this point. Probably. I would if somebody said what he said to me. But anyway, yeah, treat CS nicely, people.
I don't know who would request help in an aggressive manner. Seems foreign to me.
I know some people that are like that, and I don't. It seems foreign to my ethics as well, but the idea is that maybe if you make enough of a stink, they will hurry through the steps just to get you out of their hair. And I suppose that sometimes that works.
Those are really self-entitled people, I guess.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, dude, the whole concept of the whole customer's right thing is just fucking dumb shit ever. It's
Customer's always right.
Oh, God.
Well, the customer's not always right.
The customer is frequently wrong.
Yes.
But the customer is still the customer. It's your market, and you always treat your market in a professional manner, regardless of their attitude. That's just good business.
Like, yeah, okay. On the one hand,
You kill them with kindness. That's the way the game's played, guys.
Like, on the one hand, I can understand, like...
Give them the senior discount when they're clearly under 40.
There you go.
I've been frustrated, with customer service before, but I've always let them know that it's not a personal issue with them. It's an issue with how, with how the company is being run and what their regulations. You should never, be colorful, like you said, with the representatives, or resort to personal attacks.
Yeah, if there's something that I have never understood, like I don't understand how a person can get mad at customer service who's only following the rules of the company.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I can never condone. I will slap the shit out of everyone who does that because you're a short-sighted moron.
Hmm.
Like,
Well, for them, being short-sighted morons, for them, what it is they see the representative as the company, and
Yeah.
the company is the one who has wronged them. Therefore, you have wronged them.
that's so dumb. Like, everyone needs to make a buck. Everyone has, has mouths to
Well,
feed.
you know,
Like,
you can't be. On the other hand, you can't really blame them because in a heated situation when you're emotionally charged, it is tougher to control your emotions. And we're all guilty of
I get what you're
indulging
saying,
in our
man, but
emotions.
like at the end of the day, we're all adults. Like
Oh yeah.
you should have passed that threshold. Like after you hit like what, like 21 at best.
Regard,
some people don't grow up until
you cannot,
they're dead.
it's impossible for you to be composed.
You also have to
All the
remember
time.
that leaded gasoline, what used to be a very common thing, and legitimate behavioral issues in response to that are common among the adult population.
Are you talking about like people over 50 or something like that?
I mean, like
Leaded
Grouchy
gasoline?
old people.
I mean,
You mean that stuff my parents used to bathe me with?
Yeah, that.
I mean, yeah, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure, just like anyone else here, I've had some really shitty customer service. Like, I've never, not once, and you could take this, to the bank. I've never once like flipped out on a customer service rep if they were just following orders.
If anything, file a complaint with somebody that's hired.
I mean, if the customer service dude, like he himself was like rude, that's a different story. You know what I mean? But like, if you're just, if that's the rules, that's the rules.
Yeah, totally understand.
Peaked in 1968 or so people who had their formative years in the 60s. So the clientele of many businesses, yeah. Obviously not everybody's affected, but that is a real thing.
Well, if they're calling for customer service, then they're probably older because they don't know how to use email or live chat. Sorry, Pharaoh.
Sorry if you're old.
But yeah, I get the concept of the customer's always right. But if a customer were to come in here and say, "Give me a 50% discount on everything," no.
They're right.
You are right. Whoever said it, the customer's not always right. I mean, I've seen people in restaurants. That's the worst when you see like bad customers. Yeah. You see it in restaurants the most often.
I mean, ZeniMax did prove something really important. I mean, they tried to stick to their guns with the whole, monthly subscription fee. But like, I mean, look what happened.
It had to do with the consoles. Right?
Yeah, that.
Xbox and the PS4. I don't think they were liking the whole subscription thing or something like that.
Have you guys seen the reviews ever since it's reopened up and like remade stuff? People have been giving it good reviews, surprisingly. Yeah, check out on Steam, check out everywhere. I mean, these scores used to be like what, 2.5, 3? They've gone way up since then.
Well, that's good. I'm not surprised because the early reviews were all dominated by a bad launch, and people got their first impressions on everything that happened before May, and that ZeniMax fixed all of that shit, but it was too late. The word got out.
Well, even on top of that, if people are gonna look for a Elder Scrolls Online review, the first thing that's probably gonna pop up. I haven't done this lately, but I'm sure.
Angry Joe thing.
Side, yep, exactly.
Angry Joe's a fucking moron who doesn't know what the fuck.
I do hate that guy.
What are you guys talking about? Angry Joe? That guy's a complete douchebag. He can barely form a sentence, and I can't believe the following.
Angry Joe is not a gamer. He's a dude who thinks he knows games. He is not a gamer. Sorry.
Okay, the thing
that doesn't matter though.
The reason so many people put stock in the Angry Joe reviews, and I hate the guy too, is because he's gone kind of out of his way to prove himself that he's not in the pocket of any of the game companies like some of the game magazines are.
He's
all of the game magazines are.
Yeah, pretty much all of them. And a lot of people put some stock in his reviews because of that. But the thing is, if you ever actually watched, the review he did of Elder Scrolls, it was dominated by the fact that he freaking hates MMOs.
Well, that and I actually watched the review like thoroughly, and I remember that he got a lot of details wrong in his review. So that's enough to discredit his review entirely, because there were so many things that he was stating about the game that just simply wasn't correct. I'm not saying like oh he said it wasn't fun and it's fun kind of thing. Like he got like the entire system and like how to make up the mechanics and everything. He got it all wrong in the description, in his description of the game.
But if you're watching one video to see whether or not something's good or not, and you happen to choose the most popular one on YouTube, and it says that it's trash.
Oh yeah. It's average Joe or angry douche, whatever.
It's only after I think 3-4 weeks of him playing the game or something like that.
Yeah, you don't know shit. Like
if you Google ESO review and you go to the videos tab, his is the second, and it's still being watched.
Yeah, like
fucking outdated.
I remember like looking at like a lot of his reviews, and some of these were like games that I've gotten pretty far in. I mean, ESO was one of them, and like there's a bunch of shit like that, and this dude just doesn't hit the right marks on like anywhere. Like I'm like, do you not know shit? Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. But speaking of reviews that are out of date, there is actually one site that updates their review.
All right, guys. Sorry, Mel. I think we're gonna wipe to the no DPS boss. Also, Brian might be cutting it, so we will have to try this another night.
Brian, are you cutting
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut the cheese.
But I will try and run a Hel Yaaaaa hard mode this weekend, so we can get a group together again.
I mean, I don't need it to be the weekly yet. I'll be here Sunday a lot.
Cool. All right. Thank you for the wonderful evening. I'm sorry I was so mean.
Yeah, you're a terrible person.
I was really mean tonight. I really was. I was totally picking on everybody.
I've seen a really mean player, and Health knows what I'm talking about. Before a group leaves, that was like the meanest and like way too serious kind of thing.
I was way more serious than I usually am tonight. I just know what this group can do. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we did all right. It wasn't like crazy bad. Although it was fun being on the winning group every time.
Yeah, it's always fun being the winner.
Yep. You can't keep me and Health apart, man. Just don't do it.
I don't know that I've ever been the loser.
Oh, you said?
Ever.
Only when you log off the game, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like talking about Angry Joe almost makes me want to like actually do like video game reviews that from like from a person who doesn't fucking suck.
There are plenty of good reviewers. That's on YouTube. Although I can't think of right now because I haven't been following any reviewers lately. But I watched Adam Sessler a lot when he did reviews.
And the other problem that you run into with video game reviews is the fact that video games are just so subjective.
It is.
I mean, I would personally never give any of the Call of Duty games above a 1 out of 10 rating.
That's to me that's the sign of a bad reviewer. Like as in like okay, like this is a person to me like a reviewer should be the same thing as a judge, impartial. As in like
but it's so hard, bro.
I know it's hard, and I'm starting to become a little philosophical, but like it's people need to see the game as best as it can for as it is, and not what you want it to be. And that really, actually, genuinely, and it is possible. I've met some people who are able to get into that.
Can I get an amen, brother?
A reviewer doesn't have. Sorry to interrupt you, but a reviewer doesn't have to be a gamer first. He has to be a writer first. He has to be a reviewer first, not a gamer first. He has to think the way that
Like me personally, I'm not into racing games, but if I played a racing game, I'd be like, okay, this like the customization on this is incredible. Like Gran Turismo, the customization is incredible. The detail is excellent, but going down right to the weight, or this or that. Like I'm not into I'm not into racing games, but this would be a racing gamer's dream. I would give it an impartial score. It's a fantastic game.
Think of it, I guess, kind of like movie reviews. Okay, you see, I could never be a video game reviewer because I would just have to not review any first-person shooter. I just would, because Honestly, I would rather hit myself in the foot with a hammer for 2 hours than play any first person. I just don't enjoy it. Not even a little bit.
So you would enjoy
I
hitting
do.
your foot? You're hitting your foot with a hammer more than playing a first-person shooter.
And I understand. I mean, there are people that are that way about movies. You know, I can watch and appreciate any kind of movie. I do like some kinds better than others, but I kind of think and guess maybe you've got to be the same way if you want to be a good video game reviewer. You've got to be able to appreciate and at least get some enjoyment out of any kind of game, as far as genres go.
Yo, you know what quote like cut me really fucking deep? Roger Ebert, when he was alive, he said he has stood by this and all the way until the day he dies. He had vehemently said, video games will never have good storylines ever. It is not possible.
He must have been dead before Halo.
Well, no, wait. He recanted before he died, though.
Did he? Because I
Yeah, he recanted. He recanted. He released a whole article about him saying that he was wrong. He admitted that he was wrong. So I have to give him some credit for that.
You know what? Now I don't think he's so much ass.
No, he did. He did recant.
Okay, because I was about to say, like, how can you like stuff like Toy Story, like computer graphic movies, and you don't like video games, which is they are exactly like in a similar
Well,
way.
he's from an older generation where where he grew up seeing Pong as video games, and it's hard to think of like a video game like Pong as being art. If you grew up during like that period, all the games you got was like Pong and Tetris. So it's a different story, and he grew up writing articles for narrative-driven movies. So it's tougher for him, but he did recant. So credit to him.
There's my favorite Roger Ebert quote of all time. I don't know if any of you have ever seen this or heard of it or not, but there's this really infamous movie from a few years ago. It's called The Brown Bunny.
Yeah, that's
this
a movie
guy,
with
Vincent Gallo made it.
Chloe
Sevigny.
Sevigny. Yep.
Well, he watched it at Cannes, okay? And to be fair, the Cannes version was much worse than the regular version that hit the U.S., which could be pretty tedious in its own. But after it was over with, he just completely trashed it. He just said it was the worst piece of shit he'd ever seen in his life, and Vincent Gallo shouldn't be allowed to make movies anymore. Well, Vincent Gallo, in response to this, did this thing where he said he was putting a hex on Roger Ebert's colon to make him get colon cancer, and he said something else to him about, well, you're stupid and fat. Well, Ebert's comeback to this is, I may get cancer and then I will be dead, and I may be fat, but I will die and the world will forget about me, and you will always have made the Brown Bunny.
Jesus, that is a good comeback.
The funny part is he saw the director's cut later on, and he said he liked it. That's the funny.
I mean, there was my friend his cousin. He kind of had like a similar idea. He always thought that video games were kind of like kiddies and shit like that. I mean, most people would actually play. Well, in general, like they were mostly supposed to be meant to be like casual. He used to play like FIFA or Madden and shit like that. But when